Bonjour,
Can
monsieur,
you
comment
just
ça
hit
va?
live already? Come on. We got people sitting here waiting for us to go live, and you're sitting here messing around on your computer, guy.
Who are you messaging?
We don't have all night. Hit live.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Decoy.
Tom.
Cloudy. Cool. How are you guys doing tonight?
I hate all of you.
No, you don't.
Oh, you love us.
No, no, I don't.
Welcome, guys, to another wonderful, wonderful live stream. And I say that sincerely.
Mm-hmm.
What's that look for? So, welcome, guys. Obviously, just like every other live stream, I feel like I haven't been here forever. What's up with that?
Yeah, what has been up with it? Why haven't you been here?
Well, last week I had that whole,
Uh-huh.
not being able to be here because of the
Oh.
thing.
Thanks for having that phone call with us, though.
Yeah, no problem. You can thank my girlfriend because she was a little upset that I had to get off the phone with her. So, everybody apologize to my girlfriend for that.
Yes.
But
Sorry, Michaela.
We love you.
so anyway, a couple things that we're going to be going over. Some new developments. We've also got some awesome information that I'm excited about that he's going to be going over. Well, not just him, but we're all going to be going over in a little bit.
Whoa.
But before we get to
Yeah.
that, just a couple quick things before we get into the. Should I say it? Should I
No.
say it?
I'm already
Should I
hungry.
say it?
I'm already hungry.
The meat potatoes. Oh, you.
Anyway, so
That actually hurts.
it was a finger.
Yeah, you got it between the ribs, guy.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, that hurts.
So, for those who do know, we do have our Saturday nights. I'm sorry. We love you. I'll buy you some meat and potatoes later. So, for those who do not know, on Saturday nights we have our Saturday night specials from 8 to
Wait,
midnight.
really? When we start doing that?
I don't know, when this guy started getting hired and decided to come up with a name.
Started getting hired?
Anyway, so last week was adult night, so thank you all who came out. This coming Saturday is also going to be adult night. So we are having 2 adult nights in a row. So that's 400 FPS, zero engagement distance, where adults can play as adults and play with other adults. So if you want that, go ahead and come on out. And the week after that, September 14th, will be 21 plus.
No, we already
Nerf.
had the first of these 2 in a row, right?
No, it's coming up.
Yeah, we already had that one.
Yes, that's
So-
what I said.
Mm-hmm.
That is
You said
exactly.
we are having 2 in a row. We already had one of those, the 2 in a row.
I've already said what was happening.
Anyways.
Ladies.
No.
Cool. Anyway, we have the return of 21 plus Nerf. So if you're over the age of 21, bring your own beer. With your purchase of the ticket, you get your Nerf gun, Nerf darts, safety glasses, and a free voucher to a drink over at Sons of Liberty, which their frozen lemonade is.
I was just about to say I highly recommend their lemonades.
Oh yeah.
They are really good if you're over the age of 21. Now, before I get to what... actually, no, because you're going to go next, technically.
What?
One thing I need to mention real quick. Anybody who is asking a question in the chat,
I don't think
we are not ignoring you. Decoy here is going and he's writing down all the questions. We save them till afterwards. So you don't need to ask multiple times. He sees all your questions. So he's making sure he's getting a list, or he sees as many of them as he possibly can with how slow his brain actually processes everything. But we will get to your questions at the end. So
Hey.
One thing I did not mention is about the 21
into that.
about the 21 plus plus Nerf night. We got a certain someone going around some college campuses handing out flyers. If
We'll
you
be in
do,
the kitchen.
if you do bring those flyers, bring that flyer in. You get, what is it, $5 off?
They got to be at URI, guy. That's what
You
we
know
said.
that you bring the flyer.
They don't need to worry about it.
So yeah,
Oh
you
my-
bring that, you get $5 off for being a college student. So yes, beer and Nerf, it is for college.
I'm lost.
All right, moving on.
He brought up the thing we weren't going to bring up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
good
was
job.
told we were.
a thing
so-
that I didn't know was a thing?
I was
Yes.
told we were.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so 10 years out of the way, got that one in the history books. Actually, we got a video out. Well, not we, but there is a video from our field out by Unicorn Leia. It's actually really good. It's really funny, actually. She kind of has a little freak out about how much the field changes. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
I get
like
so
that.
excited I spit a little.
Yes. Yes.
But she did put out that video, and I'm actually super happy about it because she says exactly what it is that we want everybody to feel. That we do it better than pretty much everybody else.
Yes. Definitely
And-
better than the West Coast.
Definitely, and she says it herself, so we're not saying it ourselves. You can go and watch her video. She just posted it. What was it? Yesterday, I think is what it was.
Yep.
She just posted it yesterday. She says that we do it better than anybody else on the West Coast. There's not a single other field on the West Coast that comes anywhere close to touching what we have. I think she says that really the only field that comes anywhere relatively close. She said what, U.S. Airsoft or something like that.
She lists two,
Um,
and like I know which ones they are, and yeah,
They're okay.
they're okay.
But when you get somebody who their life is literally airsoft and
Yep.
they visit airsoft fields across the country and sometimes even other countries, and they're coming here and they're saying that we're one of the best fields they've ever been to, that's huge. Like we put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this place.
Literally.
Literally.
Probably.
Like,
Yeah.
I hurt myself a lot during this last bit of construction before our 10 years.
Me-
So
all voluntarily too.
Me and
yes,
Lenny.
all voluntarily, which is weird that I
Me and Lenny
volunteered.
were here till 2 a.m. chopping down a few buildings, and it was always like, "Oh, we'll stop here. Let's get this done. Oh, we'll stop here. Let's get this done." So then the rainstorm hit, and we kind of camped it out. So
Yeah, you really can't have these two in a room for too long. Something stupid's gonna happen.
like
Like taking down
that car
car
wash,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
On Thursday.
we really limit the time that they have to talk to each other now because of that.
Yeah, we kind of have to have we basically have an alternating schedule. One can't be in the same room as the other.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, one of the first weeks I was here, me and Lenny cut a hole in the wall.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah. Just, oh, this is a nice idea. All right, let's do it.
surprised we even have a store still standing with the two of you guys.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
great. We're great.
So another quick thing. Now, as you guys saw, we announced we put out the information last week, I think,
Yeah.
for the GoFundMe for Cliff, one of the guys that we have a pretty good relationship with, and everybody in the airsoft industry knows who Cliff is.
Some of you guys do too, actually.
Some of you guys will
Probably.
too if you've been to any of our anniversary events. He's the guy that's always here representing Elite Force. Well, we had mentioned last week that there is a GoFundMe to help him because unfortunately he did have a flood, and he did lose a lot of personal stuff. Him and his family lost a lot of personal stuff, and I don't know exactly who started the GoFundMe page, but it's been flying around out there, and we've been having tons and tons of people donating. So far, we've had $17,000 donated. That's a lot of money, guys, and this is all going to help Cliff and his family out. He needs this. So please, any of you guys, if you've got any extra spare change in your pocket, obviously if go on GoFundMe, you have to do it online, but you can always come into the store. If you only have cash or you only carry cash, please come into the store, give us the cash. We will donate it on your behalf. We will put your name in there as the person who donated it. And Cliff needs the help, guys. He seriously needs the help. He's such a great guy. If any one of us were in his shoes, he'd be the guy. He'd be one of the guys bending over backwards to help us out.
Yeah.
So we need to be able to return the favor to him. He is probably one of the most genuine guys I've ever met in the entire industry. He's literally the nicest guy you'll ever meet. So please, there is a link in our Facebook, and I believe we also linked it on our Instagram,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. And I'm pretty sure if you have any of the other airsoft fields or any other big name airsoft YouTubers or Instagrammers or anything like that, I'm pretty sure they probably have a link floating around there somewhere. Please click on that link, even if you're only donating a couple bucks. Every penny helps. So please, definitely check that out. Do what you can. He needs the help. Trying not to get teary-eyed there for a second.
Yes.
That's
He has done a lot for us and made a lot of the anniversaries possible, especially this anniversary.
He is a big reason why Extreme Airsoft is where it is today.
I mean, we had, what, 150 haters given away? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cliff.
Thanks, Cliff.
Thank you, Cliff.
We love you, Cliff.
So, let's move on to a
hope he
little
sees
bit
that.
more happier areas. So, we got a few spotlights for you today. For those who do know, we do have the Elite Force 19X.
But didn't we spotlight that already?
Yeah, but it's always nice to bring it up.
Oh,
Don't you have
but
something?
isn't there? Wait,
Two different versions?
but what? If you have the 19X in your hand,
And you have the 19X in your hand.
why?
Then
what?
we have a radio here, but
So there is actually a difference between these two. I know it might be a little bit harder to see, and try to get a little bit close in there. I know it might be a little bit harder to see, but everybody who's wanted the 19X, they kind of get shied away by the price tag a little bit, which justifiably so. It is a little bit more on the expensive side when you compare it to most other pistols. But what Elite Force decided to do was help you guys out a little bit, and it's a simulated blowback. So you're getting a simulated blowback 19X for quite a bit less, actually. So I want to say the 19X full blowback is what, like 190-ish,
Almost
180, 190,
200
almost
after
200 bucks.
tax.
Yep.
The 19X simulated blowback is only 130. So you're paying a significant amount less, and you're still getting, this thing actually still feels really, really nice in the hands.
like if you hold the two, they feel almost exactly alike.
So obviously you do get that very loud clack noise from the slide, which you won't really get from the full blowback. It's very tinny, it's very metally.
This is CO2, while this is green gas.
So these guys do take your typical simulated blowback CO2 magazine. Everything about it is a simulated blowback pistol, but you're getting it in probably one of the better feeling simulated blowback pistols on the market, to be honest with you. And that's saying a lot, because I actually am not a fan of Glocks, to be honest with you guys. But this thing, for a sim blowback, is actually super, super nice.
Ooh, another option with it is like with this guy, in order to adjust your hop up, it's right here. An Allen key right here will adjust your hop up. How do you adjust the hop up here?
So hop up on this is actually a little bit easier to adjust. So this is obviously a lot easier than most of your other standard pistols, but just like with pretty much every other sim blowback, your hop up adjustment is that little Allen key right up on the, I don't know if you can really see that, but that little Allen key right up on the top is your hop up adjustment, which can be a little bit easier to do. Plus, you don't really want to stick your hand in front of the muzzle, especially if you happen to be in the middle of a firefight and accidentally pull the trigger.
Just-
At least pulling the trigger when your hand's up here is a little bit more bearable, but a little bit easier to adjust. Obviously, a little bit safer because you're not flagging your own hand. Did I tell you guys about that story when I was at
Yep.
the range?
Yes, you definitely tell us that story.
But I don't know. I'm a huge fan of it, and I do like how they added a little extended
The base plates.
base plate on the
pretty
sim mags.
I
'cause
just
it
love
still,
how it looks.
even when the mag's in there, it looks like it'd be a full blowback. And like I was saying, these things feel super, super solid. I kind of want one.
I know you do.
That
Moving
wasn't
on.
camera.
All right.
So we do have now in stock. We have the Balfangs. This, which model is this again?
The-
BF888.
Yes, what he said.
So this one is your standard two-way radio. So you have up to 16
channels.
different
Oh,
channels.
16.
You can go all the way to 16 different channels. It is your basic radio, but the Balfangs are tried and true. They are really great radios.
What? Pride and
Pride
true.
and
Tried and true.
Yep,
Yes.
that's what people say.
Yes.
Tried and true.
Pride and true.
King
Now, for any of you guys that come here to play, if this radio looks a little bit familiar to you, this is the exact same radio that the refs use.
Mm-hmm.
So if we trust it for the employees to use it, then you can trust it for you guys to use it. So it is a very, very simple, so there's really nothing fancy that you can really do to it. It's just a simple two-way radio, essentially. But you still do have your ports there, so you can still plug a PTT into it. So if you want to run it with some sort of headset or like a single 21 or whatever,
It's
you
the
can still
standard
plug it
Kenwood.
in. Yep,
Yeah, it's a
standard
Kenwood,
Kenwood connector. You do there's no battery's basically dead on it, but you do also have a little bit of a little tiny flashlight, which Not going to be blinding anybody, but as far as navigation goes, so you don't
Yeah,
trip
you'll
on
be able
anything.
to get around with it.
Exactly.
You need to.
So obviously your standard.
It's in Chinese.
It's in
Oh.
Chinese right now.
Cool.
That caught me
Alright.
off guard there for a second. But you do have your standard volume knob, and then you have your channel adjustments here. So simple radio, but I see a bunch of guys running these.
Yep.
They work.
And
Good
they're-
alternative instead of buying the more expensive UV5Rs or something like that.
Which is now illegal, or will be illegal at some point.
To
soon.
sell.
To
But
sell.
basically, if you don't know much about radios, this is actually a great way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since you're not gonna be able to get the 88, the 5Rs. I am going to answer a question, and I'm also going to bring something up. Yes, these can go on the ref frequencies. If we catch anybody who is not a ref on the ref frequency, we send you home for the day.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind.
Yes. What he said.
So that. But to answer your question, yes. I guess.
See?
Yes.
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 Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
now that we've gotten that all out of the way, now, in case you guys noticed the splash screen,
I did not. What did it say?
It was like this new operation something.
you put it up there.
You try too hard, you know that?
I do. I like it.
It doesn't work most of the time.
Eh.
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like I need to take a break.
So
Outside.
anyways,
Wait.
That was
Break. Out. Operation Outbreak. How about that for a segue?
that's not even the name. But close enough. Operation Extreme Outbreak. Tom.
You
Get it
tried
right,
too hard.
Tom.
I hate myself. That was the point. So,
He has to. He's not naturally funny.
wow, that hurts.
Not as much as your puns. So,
My puns are amazing, damn it.
no, they are not. And the world agrees.
No, everybody loves my puns. Anyway, so Operation Extreme Outbreak.
Yeah, that one.
Operation Extreme Outbreak. It is going to be a Resident Evil themed event. I know last time we did a Resident Evil theme, which was before I started working here. Actually, it was actually pretty popular from what I've been gathering. So why not bring it back?
Yes.
Who doesn't like Resident Evil? If you don't like Resident Evil, you're a loser. He said it.
It's true. It's true. It is true.
So obviously, it is going to be a non-canon fictional timeline from the actual series.
Yeah, but
but
who is going to do the research to figure that out?
nobody's going to do the research.
Other than literally Chuckles
You.
and I. No, I already knew it. Chuckles had. You weren't here when Chuckles was doing like a deep dive into the like Wikipedia.
No, I was
page,
here.
like-
I was in the
Oh, you
back
were here,
doing
right.
some teching.
It was so funny.
So,
But
but
he's like, "Did you know this?" I'm like, "I actually did."
But we
yes.
do have 4 teams just like we normally do. We have Stars, which I will be running. We have BSAA, which Scott from Icon will be running. We have Umbrella, which you will be running, or did we
Yeah,
decide
I'm-
on?
We haven't fully decided that yet.
So
We're running one of them though.
yeah, so Decoy might be running either Umbrella or UBCMS.
Yes, that one. That is that. You got it right this time.
I know.
Good job.
So
But what does
those-
that stand for?
Umbrella something with
Biohazard.
biohazard
service.
countermeasure service. Yeah, that.
Sure.
Which is basically Umbrella's.
Which is basically 5
Kinda like-
guys in the third game. That's it. But
But it's essentially their military force. Essentially,
Yeah.
is what it is. So obviously you have BSAA and Stars versus the 2 Umbrella forces, and without going into too much detail on what's going to happen or new game modes that might be popping
Basketball.
up. Yes, basketball. Basket rugby.
basket rugby.
Basket rugby.
Yeah,
gosh.
pretty much.
I don't want to see how that would
That is
go.
pretty much what it's going to end up being too. You know.
Much.
Let's
But without
hope
going
not.
into detail on the different game modes we're going to be doing or exactly what's going to be going on, there will be a lot of low light.
Yep.
Because obviously zombies. There will be, believe it or not, we will actually have zombies.
Whoa.
I don't think we're gonna cut any corners on this though. I don't think we're just gonna get actors. I think we might get actual zombies.
Might have to get
for
actual
this.
zombies.
I want this to be like super legit.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of you guys know where we can score real zombies
I'll have
from,
to look
like
it up,
super
yeah.
cheap, it would be much appreciated. We'll definitely toss you in the credits as the appreciating
Credits at the end of the.
credits at the end of the op.
Yeah.
So probably get some real zombies, maybe some real some real bioterrorist memorabilia. You know,
Memorabilia.
memorabilia.
Hi, I'm a bioterrorist.
I'd like to
Here's my
sponsor your
t-shirt.
event.
Here's my T-shirt.
Here's my old canister. It's
Here's my vinyl collection of the soundtrack to this bioterror incident.
gosh, I'm so done.
And we might actually nuke a real Raccoon City. You know.
A real Raccoon City.
Yes. Well, we got to build up somehow. Build up a real Raccoon City and then nuke it.
He means throw it in the microwave. It's all good. I'm so done with you guys.
Has this joke gone on far enough, or should I keep going?
Keep going, please.
Should I keep going?
Yes.
All right. We might. This might be a little bit difficult to get, but we might have to try to get in touch with Albert Wesker.
All right.
Because again, we want the immersion of it. We want the realism of it. So we don't want this just to be just another up. So maybe get Albert Wesker. I don't think Leon Kennedy is doing any requests, so unfortunately he won't be able to come out.
You're trying so hard.
We can get Chris Redfield though.
Are you sure?
All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Thank you.
We should-
Thank you.
And then we're also gonna have
What
a
are we
block of
actually doing,
tofu
Tom?
running around. We'll have a block of tofu running around. It's
All right. You know one thing. Congratulations.
I love the tofu.
Clay
Okay.
Redfield?
He knows one thing. No, she's not the tofu.
I know, I'm just
I
saying
don't
Clay
really-
Redfield.
I don't
He
like
knows one thing from Resident Evil, and he's
because I
very
don't
proud of it.
play it.
But anyway, so to get a little bit more on the serious side, so a lot of the game modes are obviously going to be themed around different events that would have or possibly have actually happened in the timeline of anything Resident Evil from between literally any of the
Yeah,
games.
that's a lot.
A lot. So we do have a lot of lore to work with, essentially. So we're gonna try to throw in a bunch of that
It's
sort of
all
stuff,
very confusing.
and it's very, very confusing. I did not jump down that rabbit hole, and I know it's confusing. I'm not going to jump down that rabbit hole, only for the sole fact that I don't want to have to spend the rest of my life just reading up on one particular incident.
Yep.
Anyway,
You could do like I did and learn it organically over years.
so
What is airsoft? That's not a
yes.
question I would have expected.
That actually is not a question.
Should we address that now?
I feel like we should address that now.
Okay.
I will let you do that. You haven't really done much
So
talking.
what was the question?
What is airsoft? I don't know if it's a serious question or not.
We're gonna treat it as a serious question.
All right. Airsoft is an action sport involving replica firearms and 6mm plastic BBs. The reason it's called airsoft is, well, it's actually soft air. Technically,
No, technically.
it's a proper name for it. But basically because all ways of shooting it involve some form of compressed air behind it. Or
Yep.
gas.
Which would
Like
be
in gas, for
compressed air.
Yes.
But yes, in most places, airsoft is qualified as a 6mm BB. Anything larger or smaller is not airsoft, and it is plastic.
Well,
So-
technically larger because you have 8mm.
8mm is considered
True.
airsoft.
But not these like 6.45s.
Oh, those ones.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not airsoft. That's not
Average.
average.
Oh,
Anyway, so airsoft is basically played as a sport, whether it's team v team, whether you're playing for an objective, whether you're just playing to shoot each other. That is happening on an actual field. A lot of places you can't play out in public because these guns are replicas.
very realistic looking.
Well, let me just address something that someone doesn't seem to understand. So, an AG and a spring gun are actually pretty similar in that a spring is compressing air behind the BB until that pressure has to be released and the BB is thrown.
All
It's
air-
still compressed
yeah.
air.
Yes.
All airsoft is operated by air.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's a sport. You can go to any
Yeah.
local field,
Mhm.
try it out, see if you enjoy it. It is like paintball, if you know what paintball is. It hurts a lot
I
less.
don't know what that is.
Well, Andrew, paintball is
It's
just
an action-
like, it's
don't-
just like
no,
airsoft.
don't. Oh my
Involving-
god.
It-
Involving replica guns
And well, no, with paintball markers shooting
You're right, they look
balls full of
stupid.
paint. So
Got it.
hey, it's not stupid.
So I actually watched a video way
Said
back
they look
when.
stupid.
It was an airsoftology video.
Weird.
And he actually described airsoft very, very differently than what I've ever heard anybody else explain it.
Oh, yeah?
And he classified it as a full contact sport.
I get that.
Or not a full, but a contact sport.
Yes, it is technically a
And
contact sport.
it is
Yep.
technically a contact sport, but it was very weird for me to hear that because I've never heard anybody else ever classify it as a contact sport.
It is a contact sport.
Yeah,
though, like,
but it's just that's never really been a thing that's ever crossed my mind.
There is, like with airsoft, you have the competitive side, you have the milsim side, you have the recreational. So you have a whole variety of things you can do in just airsoft.
Yep.
So what a lot of guys actually will use airsoft for, if you ignore the whole playing side of things, because I obviously get a lot of people that, well, airsoft is just people playing with toy guns and shooting at each other, which is true.
Yep, mhm.
That's not wrong.
Yep, I
but
mean-
what I actually get a lot of guys doing is, if they own any real firearms, they'll get themselves an airsoft replica to mimic their real ones, and they will train with the airsoft ones.
Just like
and
the Glock
the reason they
19.
do that is, especially when you're looking at the pistols anyway, or if you have a gas blowback rifle, everything about it is going to mimic the real thing almost exactly, except for there's no loud bang and there's no big recoil. Everything else, the trigger pull, the suspense, the reloads, the mag releases, the bolt releases are
The
all exactly
handling.
the same.
Yep.
The handling
Yep.
is going to be exactly
Well,
the
the
same.
handling
as it
should be the same, but some people don't.
would-
Yeah.
So
We do have a follow up. The question is, what's better, paintball or airsoft?
Right now, airsoft. Airsoft's a lot more popular than paintball. I come from a really high end paintball background, so I still have paintball in my heart. I bleed paint, but
To summarize, airsoft. It's airsoft.
airsoft's a little
Yes.
bit cheaper. Is a lot cheaper.
And
it's
someone's
a little
asking,
bit cheaper, is a lot cheaper.
Someone's asking. Okay, we got to spell some technically misconceptions here. This thing going on in Massachusetts, we talked about it Last week.
You can actually go
Yes.
into our channel and watch it.
H2040.
H2040.
H2040 is the bill. It is not a law. It will not it's not a law yet.
It has not been officially enacted.
That's not
it is
how
still being
this works.
looked at.
So,
It is still being considered.
and technically speaking, they're not looking to ban it. They're looking to heavily regulate it to the point where it is
Essentially.
basically impractical, but not banned technically.
Now, the only bit of information that I do not have about the imitation firearms is what they're labeling the bill as. The only information that I don't have is anybody who already owns one, are they grandfathered in?
And that was
or-
never specified, right?
That was
Yeah.
never specified.
Which is dumb.
And no one asked.
So, for all we know, so I live in Mass. So, if this bill passes and I'm not grandfathered in, this is going to affect me pretty significantly,
pretty quickly too.
pretty quickly, because I won't be able to have any of my airsoft guns in Massachusetts because none of them follow the rule that they want to set in place, which is extremely ridiculous of what they want. At least when California did it, yeah, California did it pretty ridiculously, but at least it's relatively reasonable-ish.
Yeah.
Massachusetts is just being ridiculous.
And in California, all you really had to do is, if, let's say, a pistol, for example, I would have to have orange tape here and orange tape here when I'm selling you the gun. Once it's yours, you can remove it. You can remove the orange tip, whatever you want, but it has to be out of the public eye. If you have this just in your car, you're going to have the cops called on you and be swarmed with cops, which has happened to me. Even with just a plate carrier, same exact thing. So in California, you have to be a lot more careful, but in Mass, they're making it a little bit more ridiculous.
So the way that they're trying to do it in Mass, so I read over the bill, and I read over it like 15 times to make sure I had all the information proper.
And also because you can't read.
And also because I can't read, so I kind of had almost like when you're reading in school and you start reading a paragraph and you're like, oh, I need to restart this. Hold on. Well,
The second.
basically the way they want it, in order for you to be able to sell an airsoft gun in Mass, if this bill passes, in order to be able to sell and distribute an airsoft gun or a replica firearm, an imitation firearm, which is what the way they're classifying it, it has to have a non-removable orange tip. The barrel, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has to be the same material as the gun and physically attached to the gun. And there also has to be a non-removable orange stripe going down the entire length of the barrel. Meaning, that's an entire upper assembly that every single manufacturer, if they want to sell in Massachusetts, every single manufacturer has to make a Massachusetts compliant upper assembly just to be able to sell in Massachusetts.
Right. Which, I mean,
None of these guys are going to do that.
No.
All these airsoft manufacturers are just going to basically tell Massachusetts to go kick rocks because they don't care. They don't make enough money to do that,
yeah.
which
So,
is sad. But
I feel like we covered this pretty well in the last one,
We
so
did.
I'm just going to
Yeah.
try to move it on here.
So yeah, you can go back into our channel and watch that where we're actually going in depth of it.
I'm also trying to like have us on the not. I'm trying to be as non-biased about this.
yes, which obviously is going to be a little
but
difficult because we
Just
all
quickly
have
to just quickly to summarize, it would heavily regulate to the point where it's
essentially
pretty
illegal.
impossible, and also it's not a law yet. It's not a sure thing. All right, talk to your. I was gonna say congressman. Well, yeah, you can talk to your congressman. That's
could.
probably not gonna do much because they're not involved in that. If you live in Massachusetts, talk to your representatives. Tell them that this is stupid. You're gonna kill an entire sport, an entire hobby, and it's just done.
You're going to kill an entire community.
Just
of
don't
people,
yell at them. Actually,
essentially.
be
Well, not literally,
reasonable.
but-
Actually, look up what you're talking about. If you just go in and be like, "Hey, this is dumb," no, that's
Yeah.
not going to do anything for what's
which
going
we had
on.
a few people do that.
But moving on, I'm gonna treat this as a follow-up to the rest of that. Not this, but that. Do we like Nerf?
Yeah,
yeah,
Yes.
it's fun drunk.
Other than that,
it's fun.
it's just fun
sober.
in general.
I like messing around with Nerf guns. I think it's fun.
Oh,
Speedsoft. So I will handle this one. So Speedsoft,
really?
I qualify Speedsoft as a mentality.
Well, it's a play style, but
So
basically with Speedsoft, it's
Yeah,
not
no,
cancer.
that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
No,
It's-
no, you
Yeah, no,
can't.
it is. Let me clarify what I'm saying first. It is exactly Speedsoft is all just a bunch of edgy montages.
So
That's what it is. That's all it is.
The playstyle is coming from SpeedQB, which is essentially a 5v5 team format, where it's
exactly
speedball
what
for
it is.
airsoft.
not
So,
wrong.
like for me, with my team, we would go out to the tournaments and partake. Speedsoft is the mentality of the people who are, I don't know if I can say this how I really want to, but just be rude and douchebag-esque. They don't really
Is that
care.
English?
No, but I think people understand what he's trying.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a mentality.
It's a mentality. Honestly, Sweetsoft wouldn't be a huge problem, but the people who really make it a problem or just they don't care about any other players, they just care about themselves. So, yeah. There is nothing wrong with that. Overshoot kids till you cry, that's an issue.
Yes, that's when it becomes super toxic.
That's where you're basically bannable because you're A, injuring another player, B, you're causing issues, and C, you're just making it not fun.
Yep.
So it's people like that cause airsoft to die.
This is true statement.
Like I have my own team. I used to partake in the SpeedQB tournaments. I build high kappas and everything. But yeah, that's just
Hi, squirrel.
hi LT. You're always late. Anyway,
Anyway,
I absolutely hate that.
what else we got? Resident Evil Up.
Yes.
Yes.
Zombies.
Zambos.
Zambonis?
I was just about to say Zambonis.
That's the next step.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Zombie Zambonis?
Zombies on Zambonis.
Yes. Zombies on ice?
Yep.
Zombies on.
But no, I'm super excited for this one. This one's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna go all out with this one.
Now, are you actually going to use? We're going to talk shop now. Are you actually going to use the P virus?
I think for the sake of immersion, yes.
Okay, I won't then.
Oh well, if you're gonna use it, then you can.
No, I
use
said
it.
I won't.
so you can use it.
Because
Oh.
I know you're already gonna use it.
Oh well, if you want to,
I
use
already
it.
wasn't planning on using it.
Oh,
Anyway.
fine, okay. Jeez, if you're not going to use it, I'll use it.
We have one replica Resident Evil gun in the shop, so we're
Actually, sorry, continue. I'll say it once you're done.
get Tank to send us his SRG.
SGR.
Whatever.
What?
Yes. So, actually, really quickly, for those who do not know, we have 2 new things on our website. So if you go to extremeairsoftri.com, we have our online store now available. So you go on, you can order your stuff instead of having to come in.
Thank you.
And B, you can enter a survey. We have our survey up. We want to see your guys' opinion of our shop, of our store, same exact thing, and our field. So fill that out for us. It really helps us.
Can I make a comment about that? Okay.
Do it.
So, really quick, not pointing anybody out specifically, but we're going to leave politics out of Airsoft. So, no more commenting anything political, no more nothing, no more any of that. The next person who comments anything political, you're getting kicked out of the
Like I said, we are
Jack.
unbiased here.
We can have our opinions, but nobody cares right now. We're
Yes.
talking about something completely unrelated to that.
We see these surveys.
Yes, we see all the
By
surveys.
we,
that
they
come
mean
through.
me.
I see them
And
too.
me.
When you show me.
Yeah, see?
Wait, for some reason I find the male person on the right far more attractive than the rest. Wow. Thank you.
Well, technically, he's on the right.
Well, actually,
Wait,
from
wait.
where... No?
Camera
from where
right
he's
or
looking-
stage
No,
right?
camera right. That's the same thing.
That's the same thing.
I know.
Camera right or audience right.
So he's
Oh.
talking about me. So, thank you.
I'm obviously the far most right. So,
But you're always wrong.
Ooh. Ooh.
wait, who said that?
The same guy who's been asking
Ooh.
about airsoft.
Oh,
All right.
Ooh.
So, we're just going to dump into question and answers then?
I
We seem to have
guess,
run out of
yeah.
steam here. I got 2. I got all of 2. Ready?
Oh. Ooh.
You can read that off. I'm going to go.
What?
I don't know who it was that asked this question, but should I get a VP9? Yes.
They're nice. Or you can
I-
get the
yes.
19X.
Hide that.
No.
Yeah, I would definitely get a VP9. Oh, wait a second. What's this?
It's a VP9.
This looks like a VP9. Wait a second. This is your personal one, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Which means you bought one, right?
Yes, it does.
Which means you think they're worth it, right?
I think so.
All right, cool.
The slider assembly is a little bit weird, but once you know what you're doing, it's not that bad.
It has a
Um,
weird nozzle.
It has a little bit of a weird nozzle, but you're going to find that on most KWA products. They do things their way. But you know what? It shoot good.
It does
It
the
does.
shoot things.
It
yes.
does. It does the shoot thing. I like it very much because it's like a little baby HK45, and you guys know I love the HK45.
So, first question is from Mike, why do Glocks suck? They don't. You just don't like them.
Do not answer that one yet. Don't answer that one.
I know.
So the next question we have here: do we have an AKM with wood furniture?
Yes.
Furniture.
AKM.
Furniture.
Furniture.
Not
Furniture.
Wood finish is what I said.
I know.
at the moment.
I was making fun of myself for saying furniture.
Do you know the difference between an AK-47 and an AKM?
Yes,
You sure about that?
for the most part.
What's the
AK,
difference?
I don't know. Just continue.
AK-47 was a prototype.
Probably the biggest difference is the AKM actually has a flash hider
I
on.
was going to say the AK-47 was a prototype. They did it for testing only. The actual release version was the AK, and then the follow-up to that was the AKM.
But to answer the question,
Nerd knowledge.
no real wood. We do have imitation wood though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do we still have the real wood kits?
We do.
We do have the
I
real
don't
wood.
think they'll work on that though.
They're made for an ICS
Yes.
technically.
LCT.
LCT.
They're made for whatever I tell them to be made for.
An LCT.
So that's out of the way. When are the Glock 34s coming out? I don't know. We are not Elite Force.
Whoa! You're right.
So if anybody ever has any questions on when a product is coming out,
we
the
can't
answer
help
is
you.
always going to be, we have no idea. We are not the company that makes it.
Although sometimes we do know.
Sometimes we do if they tell us, but 99% of the time, they don't tell us when they're being released. We get the same information that you guys do. So we have no idea. We are not Elite Force.
Anyway, in all seriousness, what is your favorite pistol platform? You saw what I laughed at, right?
Oh yeah, I'm writing it down
Eric-
right now. We're actually going to answer it.
Okay.
So
Tom, what's your favorite pistol platform?
Oh, we're just gonna skip over that question.
Which one?
Who's
Who's in charge of teams? Technically, that did come first. So
So is that just a
Squirrel.
question?
who's in? Yeah, Squirrel's asking. He missed it. Who's in charge of teams
Oh.
for the op?
I am in charge of stars. Scott will be in charge of BSAA, and then for the 2 umbrella teams, he will most likely be one of the umbrella
I'm
teams.
definitely gonna be one of them.
And
I'm probably gonna be Umbrella because I have
probably umbrella. And
that
then
and the
the
flyer.
4th, we're still working on a 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as soon as we get a 4th, we'll definitely let you guys know.
Yes. All right. Favorite pistol platform?
I'll let you guys go first.
Andrew?
I want to say the HK45. I like the ergonomics. I like the feel. I like the fact it's a 45. And I'm going to go ahead and count the VP9 as part of that family because it is sort of the kind of. I mean, it's not hammer fired, striker fired, but it has the same kind of ergonomics and same kind of
But there are
feel
no
to it.
striker fired airsoft pistols.
It's a very, very similar weapon, except it's 9, and again, the real steel is striker fired.
For me, I would probably go with the 2011. If you know me, yeah, that's not a big surprise. But
Whoa!
in real steel, the reason
They
why
don't
is
know
because
what is the 2011 for those of you who don't know what the airsoft.
and the
equivalent is.
airsoft equivalent is the high kappa.
Wow, what a
so
shocker.
With the 2011 for real, I like it because it's a 1911 platform, but it's also double stacked for 45, which is why I really like it.
9mm is the more common.
Not for 2011s. Actually, for 2011s, the actual make is 45. When you get into the competition series, such as STI and Limcat, they do downgrade them to 9, but more common is 45.
That's not necessarily a downgrade.
True.
I was gonna say it, but I figured I'd leave that one alone.
Oh, shut up.
So my favorite pistol platform, would have to be Smith & Wesson.
No one
M&P
cares.
series. Wow.
I will go
So
grab it.
moving on, we got
Would have to be a Smith & Wesson M&P series, and
Are you gonna be specific, like the shield or?
no, not really.
the 2.0?
Just overall, I'm a huge fan of the M&P style. I own a real Smith & Wesson shield personally.
40. Weird.
Yeah, it's a dead caliber. I gotta get a different barrel for
Yeah,
it.
you do.
So I own the Smith &
Or just a
Wesson
better
shield,
gun.
or just a better gun. I own the Smith & Wesson shield that I actually use for carry when I'm still in Massachusetts because I can't legally carry in Rhode Island because it's weird how gun laws work.
Yeah, we don't worry about that.
But for airsoft, I have a full-size M&P replica. It's not licensed or anything. There's no markings on it that say it's a Smith & Wesson. But anybody who knows what a Smith & Wesson M&P looks like, this is a Smith & Wesson M&P. But this is more
like
modeled
this, right?
after, yes. So this is obviously more modeled after your full-size 9mm. And actually, it says 9mm on it.
Not a lot different there, actually.
Shut up. So I would say that this is probably my favorite pistol platform. It's just, they've always been comfortable to me, both real and airsoft, which is why I'm super excited for when Elite Force finally drops theirs.
Yes, if you saw them at our 10-year, they look kind of hot.
They are super hot.
I'm also
I kind of
torn.
want the Performance Center one.
Me too, actually.
I'm also torn between the 19X for both airsoft and real steel.
You should hear him talk about like real steel. He has no idea what he likes.
I like.
You like Hudson H9s. You like
No,
CZs.
I don't. No,
yes,
no.
you do.
I like the look. And
You
the
like Hudson
uniqueness.
H9s. You
No,
like
I don't.
CZs. You
No, I
like
don't.
22s.
22s are fun to
You
shoot.
like 2011s, but you'll never afford one.
Yeah, no, because I'm broke.
You like Glocks, but you don't know which one.
No, I like the 19.
You like Glocks, but you don't know which one.
I like the 19.
You like the M&P.
I do the 2.0.
You like SIGs.
SIGs.
Just SIGs in general.
Yeah, true. SIGs
so
are.
there you go. Just SIGs, all of them.
Yes. Even if it's an AR
You
pistol.
liked the VP9.
Yeah, I did.
Not as much as the SIGs, but you like the
No.
VP9.
Yeah.
And I could probably go on.
You also, same with you. You really
I
enjoyed
did
the
like
M&Ps.
I did like the M&P. It's a little weird for my hand. The VP9 was great, but out of my budget.
You do like CZs,
I do like CZs.
like
That's
in
true.
HKs in general.
I do like that's true. I am kind of HK biased in general.
You also like the H9.
I like the idea of the H9 because it's
That's
stupid.
exactly what I said.
Because
so
it,
you
no,
like?
you said look. I said idea. I like it because it's just stupid.
Yes, I love pistols. If you know me, I love my pistols. Oh,
So
shut up.
moving on, we have a video game related question here. Deadly Premonition 2. He says hell yeah or nah. I'm going to say ye or nah because that's
I
how we
don't know.
Yes.
I don't
Just
know.
Yes, yes, and yes. I will have to
Don't know,
show
don't
you
really care.
the garbage fire that is Deadly Premonition and why it is the greatest game of all time. Yes, those two statements actually work together.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think I would ever hear that. I didn't think I would hear those two statements together.
It's the kind of thing where you like watch 5 minutes of it and you're like, this is stupid. But then when you actually play it, you get to see how absolutely just dumb everything is, but it all works. You're like, okay.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. So
I know what it is. I just
It's
I
worth
don't know.
it's worth a play because it is absolutely stupid.
So Josh Barrington, you're asking Tom that your Glock's acting up. Why?
Yes.
that's not really a question. That's more of a statement.
And not to mention, that's where you come to me for, not him. Yeah.
Is it raining? Oh, it is raining. I was wondering what that noise
That's
was.
fun. Any special info for the op? All the info is on the website.
Yes.
ExtremeAirsoftRI.com/op.
Yeah. For some reason I thought it was going to be longer than that.
That's it.
Well,
That's all there is.
the way you enunciated it was as if you were going to add something after op,
Nope.
but you just
Not
kind of
usually.
stopped dead short.
Yep.
Get it? Zombies dead. Stop dead.
If y'all need to practice, by the way, we do have the zombie targets still in stock.
We do. We actually saw. We got a good handful of them.
And if you
left,
don't know what a
actually.
zombie looks like, that might help as well.
Ow.
Do we have any special info for the op, really, though? I mean, costume
no.
contest.
Yes, there will be a costume contest.
I'm excited for that because I want to see what people come up with.
Their pre-reg is live. So
You
make
can-
sure you
yes.
pre-reg.
Triage is live, actually.
You can pre-reg right now.
Just like every other op that we ever do, it is going to save you a little bit of money by pre-registering, and you get to pick your team.
Yes.
Where if you don't pre-register, you don't pick a team and you don't save yourself money.
we put you wherever you want. Wherever we want, sorry. So yeah, pre-reg, get that patch. Everyone gets lunch. I don't know why I was going to say lunch. And choose your team, and basically lock yourself in. It's
Yeah.
the best thing to do.
So if you want to be able to play with your friends, pre-register and all pick the same team, because I can't tell you how many times I'll have a group of kids come in and they'll be like, "Yeah, we want to play together on the same team."
Like,
and
cool, we
they're,
gotta be even here.
All split up on different
Yeah.
teams, and they get upset, and it's like, "Well, you should have pre-registered. Sorry." We give you guys plenty of time to pre-reg.
Yes.
We're giving you what, 2 months?
We're giving you
Yeah.
two
We're giving you
months,
2 months to pre-reg.
as opposed to 2 weeks.
So we're giving you a lot more time to get yourselves ready for this. So you guys really don't have an excuse to not pre-reg.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably,
Probably.
Definitely.
maybe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of.
Would graphite work for lube as well?
What?
What?
As well as one word for some reason.
What?
Would graphite
Graphite?
work for lube as well?
That doesn't even sound like a joke. You want to say no?
I'm lost.
No, it would not. What? No.
Could you
No.
please explain?
Graphite is abrasive. That would not be. And sometimes the mag falls out while firing. Don't hit the ejection button.
And make sure the gun.
I did that with the P virus actually, because there's like
Yes.
there's no movement on it, and my hand sits right there. I did that, and it's funny because you just see, because I'm like running when it happens, so you just see it go
And
across the floor.
Kind of like when you reloading PUBG when you're running, the mag just goes flying.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I actually don't know because it's been so
It,
long.
it's actually kind of, if you run and jump while you're reloading a pistol, the mag goes flying.
That's kind of a particular set of circumstances, and I would never have tested that until now.
Make sure it's fully seated. Make sure your mag catch is not worn, and that's
You might think you're not hitting the mag release,
you'd be surprised.
but you'd be very, very surprised. I can't tell you how many times when we were at Nighthawk, I had my my LVOA is a little bit finicky with the KWA mid caps.
One of the reasons we don't play audio in the staging area on those videos,
So
Tom,
now the EPMs work fine in that LVOA body, but the KWA, the mag release, just barely holds on to it. Enough to hold it, but also just enough to where if I just barely touch that mag release, it falls. And we were walking down the path getting ready to start assaulting the town, and my finger had just very lightly tapped that mag release.
did we ever find it?
Yes, we found it.
Okay, good.
I think Ian and
I wonder
Squirrel
that
found
like
it.
every time I go through that
Oh.
video, which I've gone through a
And-
lot lately.
And I didn't realize that it fell until we were like halfway through the assault of the town, where me and him went to go push up through assault. We had pushed up to where friendlies were, and then me and him went to go push up on the right side.
assaulting. There was just no one to assault.
Yes. And I bring my rifle up, and I look down. I'm like, "Where's my mag?"
That is not what you said.
It's the PG version of what I said.
Yes.
So if you guys see the video of us of gameplay and you see me do kind of one of these, it's me wondering where my mag went. Because I thought I dropped it at my feet there, but no, it was like halfway up to where our CP was.
Mike wants the credit for
He
finding
was
the
correct
mag.
with find, yeah.
Oh, yes, Mike, thank you. Appreciate it. You found my mag that I didn't pay for.
But see, that's why you buy HK, because the releases are right here, and they're kind of really hard for you to accidentally bump.
Yeah.
So, USPs, 45.
I'm going to put an HK style mag release on my LVOA.
Oh gosh.
There you go.
It's just on the trigger guard.
Well, no, because an H&K style mag release would be the paddle, but not like the AK paddle, like a good paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One that works.
Doesn't the new assault rifle they're doing have that? The
I want to say
433, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
I think it has the paddle. And it also has the G3 style charging
Yeah.
mode, which is really weird for.
What I like.
It's like a 416. They took that, but then they're like, no, we're gonna do a G3 gas system with a G3 style handle way at the front, and I think it has the paddle release. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it.
That's weird.
It's very weird. I'll have to look up a picture for you later.
That's really weird. That's almost like some of these guys I see, they get you can buy charging handles for your real AR that it still charges from the same spot, but it takes a handle and puts it way off to the side.
I've seen those. It's so
and it's
stupid.
so weird.
Shink.
So I mean the G&G.
No, like it's the normal charging handle just has a handle off to the
I know.
side. That's actually a proper
I
charging
I know, but so it's out like there.
Yes. It's just kind of chilling.
So he's pressing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pressed it so hard that it didn't leave.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there you go. Solved it.
Problem solved.
That'll be $60 because we had to open the gearbox
Plus tax.
plus tax.
That makes people so mad. It's great.
The tax part?
No, just like, oh, fix my gun for me. I tell them the price. How dare.
Well, it's not
Well,
free.
I know. It's like,
I like to eat food.
I'm putting an hour to 2 hours in just opening your gearbox alone. Like, please. It's done. Not Jeremy. I can't snap my fingers and make the gun.
You think you're
fix.
actually getting paid?
Oh,
Or be like,
no, he's not.
too real. Too real.
I don't know. I might have to get some mags for this and run this for the op.
Yeah.
I have so many CZ mags.
So I'm not seeing any other questions pop up.
Nope.
So I'm gonna. Oh, here we go. That is actually kind of weird.
Do they just mean a shotgun? I mean,
Basically, a pump action 5.56.
Yes. I'm done.
I'm not.
yeah. So you can, Joshua, you can definitely come into the store and just hand me $70 to pay for the labor.
And then I will say that you didn't actually give us the $70, and make you give me the $70.
And then I'll just say, give me $70.
Yeah. He does that all the time. It doesn't usually work.
Not usually. Huh.
It's an SMG.
Do we have an M14?
Why,
Yes, we do. We actually
Wha-
have one on our used wall. It's kind of the SOCOM, the shorty barrel. And then we also have the full length from G&G. They're actually both G&Gs. And the
Whoa.
Yeah. We have two of them, the used one being the shorty, and then we have the full length from G&G. Super, super nice. They've got the...
Don't like the shorty.
I'm not a fan of the
Not
shorty,
a
but
fan. It's
if I'm using a DMR, I want a full length DMR. But
if I'm just
Dumber.
using a 14, I'm going to use the full length. There's no point in the shorty.
yeah,
In
true.
my mind.
Just get an M4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at that point.
But no, those guys are super, super nice. I definitely recommend checking them out.
Cool.
M4, it's like 10 less, right?
Yes.
That's how that works.
Yes, it's 10 less M's when you
Well,
get
yeah,
an
obviously.
M4.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
If you don't like AR-15s, just get an AR-10. It's 5 ARs less dangerous.
This is true. AR-10 is such a janky rifle.
You guys are.
I think this means I'm tired.
I was reading something where they were asking someone who does a lot of weapon research, what do you think the best battle rifle is? And he's like, well, practically it'd be the G3 because the AR-10 is so janky. But if it weren't, that would be the one.
Mike, do not ask Andrew to
G3?
dive into the G3.
G3?
We'll be here for
G3.
another
G3.
6 hours.
G
G3.
G G3
G3.
G3.
Please, yes, help me.
3.
G3.
I got a pretty much full
We were-
GM PSG1
G3.
Me and
G3.
Me and
G-
Andrew,
G3.
we were sitting there eating dinner, and he would not stop saying, so if we weren't doing an M4 as our basic platform for our team, we need to do G3s.
G3.
Like, G3 is the way to go. So
G3.
we should figure out a loadout for G3s. Do you think we should run G3?
G3.
I get a knock, as I'm trying to go to bed, knock on my door. Hey, I fixed my G3. Hey, look at my PSG1. Oh, I have a bunch of G3s.
I thought you'd No, that's not what I said. I said, look, I can now put the MSG back to the way it was, and then I can have literally every one of the militarized or police issue.
You are just as passionate about your airsoft G3s as I am about my real one.
You
no
only have
more.
one, though.
Yes, so
It's
still real. It's a lot more fun than yours.
What's wrong with the AR-10? It's
LT.
it's a little jank.
Yeah, a little bit
please,
jank.
please, just keep your mouth shut, please, just for now.
This is why he's such a great fit for the team.
Yes, yes, I agree with that statement.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'll let you borrow one.
So
Just not the J3.
I'm
Just
guessing
not the
it's
J3. That's for me.
what do we got for time?
It's right up there.
Oh,
We got
Really?
a minute and a
a
half
minute
left.
and a half. All right, so I guess
One
we'll
more
start
question.
doing our yes.
Rhodesia.
Sure.
Okay.
Make it as awkward as possible.
Squirrel, Cloudy, can you build me a PTW? I'm not going to buy you one. I'm going to buy myself one.
Good luck. Anyway, I guess we should start wrapping up since
Yep.
there really aren't any questions popping
Probably.
up. So just to kind of go over a couple of the small announcements we made earlier, if you would like to start with your Saturday night specials. Oh,
Oh, wow. That was very
All right,
sudden.
cool.
this is going to be fun to get home.
So, this coming Saturday is going to be adult night once again. 400 FPS, zero engagement distance for adults. So if you are coming, make sure you act like an adult. We are a lot stricter, but we're also a lot looser on the rules. We're holding you to an adult standard. After that's going to be the return of 21 plus Nerf with the bring your own beer. With your purchase of that ticket, you will get your gun, darts, eye protection, and a free drink from Sons of Liberty.
By the way, what you see is people wearing night parkas. They wear it because they think they are cool, but also because they don't feel the BBs.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Not they don't necessarily wear it because of that, but that's kind of a side
You
effect.
gotta read the
Yeah.
question.
Where would
Wasn't
you
really
even
a
get
question,
those?
more of a statement.
Just any surplus store. will
Pretty
carry
much.
them.
So, and just to make another quick announcement about the Cliff situation. So, anybody who has been paying attention to any social media, anything airsoft related,
I certainly
this has
haven't.
been. This is definitely. Well, this has been floating around quite a bit recently. So, Cliff, one of our good buddies from Elite Force, and anybody in the airsoft industry can
Elite
vouch for him.
Force?
Elite Force.
Elite Force.
Elite Force. All right.
Thanks, Elite Force. So he's a pretty big influence in the airsoft market, especially when it comes to Elite Force product, because he works for Elite Force. So any big name airsoft YouTuber or any of these really big fields know who he is. He's a pretty big deal. Well, unfortunately, he did have a flood at his home, and he did lose.
Sounds like we're about to have.
I know.
He did lose a lot of his own personal property, and him and his family need help. So far, $17,000. Flip. $17,000 has been raised so
Flip.
far. The
Flip.
goal is 30. So please, if you guys have any extra change, hop on the GoFundMe. You'll find the link on our Facebook and our Instagram. You'll also find it on pretty much every major airsoft field and YouTubers' Instagram and Facebooks. You'll find the link. Please go there, even if you're only donating $1 or $2. Every penny helps. So we need to make sure that we show him the same gratitude that he would if we were in the same situation, because he would bend over backwards for.
Sorry, continue.
He would bend over backwards for us. So we need to make sure that he knows that we're all here for him. So please. And if you if you only carry cash, or you just for some reason don't like to pay for things online, you can always come into the store, give us the cash, and we will donate it on your behalf.
You can shoot around
It's
corners.
it's like that photo I have in the gun slideshow.
I can shoot around corners.
It's the corner shot.
Everyone wants these Cloudy Customs, but we got the photo of the only existing decoy custom so far,
Oh, that
and
yeah.
it's beautiful.
$15,000. There you go.
Yep. Oh yeah, I just gotta find the parts again, because we sold them all.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Next time we
Anyway.
do a boneyard table, there will be another one.
There will be more jank.
Yep. All right.
I think it's about time to wrap it up.
Maybe it is.
I don't have wrapping paper.
See, this is you trying too hard again.
Oh. Anyway, it's been Tom, no name.
Cloudy.
Decoy.
Have a good night, guys.
See you next week.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
I will.